Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, and here we are for another World Pack Talk show. If you are in the packaging business, certainly you are planning to visit Interpack, the major packaging and processing show in the world that will take place in Düsseldorf next May. My name is Lilian Benzi, WPO Press and Communication Officer, and I will certainly be there. And to make my visit optimized and your visit, I have the pleasure of receiving here today Interpack Director Thomas Dose, that will tell us more about what to expect from this major show and how we can optimize our visit there. Welcome, Thomas.
Thank you very much, Lilian. Good afternoon from Germany. Guten Tag auf Deutsch und German. Nice to meet you again here, virtual, and all your visitors around the world. Thank you very much for having me.
It's really a pleasure to have you here because we are anxious to hear all about Interpack. And after a long time, Interpack is back. We are happy. We are going to have an amazing time. But in realistic terms, what the visitors can expect from this first edition post-pandemic, and what are being the main challenges to put the show on?
Yes, as you can imagine, Lilian, it has been a major challenge for us to, to host the show after 6 years again, because as you remember, in the year 2020, everything was ready for the show. All the exhibitors were preparing their booths, sent their machines, booking their hotels, everything was ready. And then something happened. We all know the worldwide pandemic came, and we were first of all forced to postpone the show. And we thought, okay, we will be really smart and postpone it not to the, let's say, fall of the year 2020, but to the beginning of the year 21. And we thought, we are just clever. The pandemic will be over and it will be a great show. But we all know what happened. The next wave of the virus came, and finally we had to cancel the whole show. And then we decided to move to the year 2023. And fortunately, all the exhibitors, or the majority of exhibitors, said this is a good idea and we will keep all places reserved and move with you to the regular cycle in the year 2023. And that's what we did. And so today I can tell you the show is booked out again. We will have about 2,700 exhibitors from 60 countries all around the world. The show will be as big as ever. As I always say, 37 football fields. That's good for Brazil, you know, and for Germany, we know how big that is. And so everything's fine now after 6 long years, and we are really looking forward to the show now.
Wow, that's amazing. And we are looking forward to be there. But during this 6 years, I think that you had a lot of time to prepare, to understand. What do you consider were the main challenges to the global packaging industry? And what kind of solutions the visitors can find in Düsseldorf during Interpack?
Yes, we also talked about the challenges, and they developed over these 6 years, also caused by the pandemic. So let's say the main topic, and you can talk to anyone, is sustainability in the way of either circular economy topics, which are more and more important in the industry, and also resource topics, resource management. These topics like saving energy, saving water, saving cleaning material, using less packaging material or lighter material. These are the main innovation topics in the show. And if you remember, sustainability is a word that it is around for at least 10 years or more. But now it seems that everyone really means it, and then that the customers are really asking for sustainable solutions of the whole industry. So these are 2 of our hot topics. Another very important topic is, of course, digital technologies, very much on the rise in the industry and in our daily life as well. So the companies have to be more digital, have to be in contact. The machines are connected worldwide. Those are challenges for the whole industry as well. And last but not least, product safety. And product safety is a topic we talked a lot about during the pandemic. Think about food has to be protected by packaging, or pharmaceuticals have to be packed, sent around the world. So these main topics can be witnessed at Interpack.
That's great. So besides all this innovation that we are about to see in Interpack, in the exhibitors' booths, what are the other attractions that Interpack is offering? I know, for example, that we are going to have WPO and Interpack are preparing now Women Day, Women on May 8th. But what are all the other attractions that Interpack will offer the visitors?
Well, you mentioned, Lilium, the Women in Packaging, which was an idea of Nerida Calton in Australia. And I read about that on her LinkedIn profile. And I said, hey, we have to give it a forum in Interpack as well. And asked Nerida if this is fine with her. She said, great, let's do that during Interpack, because we know the industry, processing and packaging, is still dominated by men. And we want to give all the women in the industry a forum, a networking, and we will have the so-called unique Women in Packaging networking get together on the Monday of the show, 8th, as you mentioned. But we have other topics as well. We have a forum which is called Spotlight Talks and Trends. It's a forum in our entrance area, in our main entrance area north. And we will have 7 days, 7 topics talking about sustainability and all the other hot topics. We have panel discussions, we have presentations of companies. So that will be interesting to watch. There'll be also a startup zone with 10 startups in the industry. And we will start announcing those startups one by one in the next few weeks. This will be in Hall 15. Of course, Safe Food will be back again. We have our big Safe Food initiative, which you are also supporting. And we will have a kind of a highlight route inside the halls to our exhibitors who are members of the initiative, presenting their solutions for saving food, for protecting food. So that'll be also interesting to watch out for our visitors. We have so many topics. We have a TV studio in the entrance area for the first time. Yes, like if you think about David Letterman, for example, or all those big American guys with their talk shows, we have a similar setting, but we will not be late night. We will be during the day, but having, let's say, also discussions, panels, and breaking news from the halls for the first time, something like that. And then together with you, WPO, we have a joint lounge in the Hall 6 on the gallery level. And yeah, we will use that commonly for delegations, for little receptions and so on, and to promote our international shows and also your network as well. So this is our common presentation at the show.
Well, that's amazing. And considering all the attractions, the 2,700 exhibitors, Thomas, how can we plan our visits? Because I know that there were some changes. For example, we use it to use our badge to the transportation. Give us some practical tips, some advices on how to optimize our time to be possible to see everybody and everything.
Well, I will doubt that you will be able to see everybody and everything in 7 days, but at least you can give it a try. And you're absolutely right. It's very important to prepare before the show, not just to arrive here and to find out how big, how huge the show is, but to prepare and to use, for example, our app, our interactive hall plan, our database where the exhibitors are free to give us information on their products, on their services, and so on. So that's important to find out before. We will also have a matchmaking there, which makes it more easy to have appointments with the exhibitors. to meet them in time. So these are all tools to optimize your stay. And you mentioned also the public transportation. We are working with the public transportation to have a daily pass, which you can purchase in the shop of the public transportation, rheinbahn.com, or also there's a link on our website. Or for the exhibitors, there will be a pass for the whole time of the show. So that will be available online.
Perfect. I have no doubt that you thought about everything, but it is my thing to ask, because our audience is very interested in knowing how to prepare. And WPO is very proud because we are going to have our board meeting in which we will elect our new president. And we will also have the World Star ceremony during Interpack. So it's really a key moment for WPO. But now I want to know from you, how do you define this partnership between WPO and Interpack? What is the importance of it to your amazing show?
Yes, Lilian, you just mentioned your wonderful ceremony, and I think there are only two big ceremonies in the world. The one is the Oscars, that's number 2, and then yours is of course number 1, the ceremony which will be held in Düsseldorf, and we are supporting you, as you know, with the room, with also our lounge, and I think we have a long-term relationship for so many years, which is always fruitful, talking about the trends, talking about exchanging ideas. And I think it's very good how we work together, mainly for Interpack. We try to improve that also for our Interpack Alliance shows around the world. Of course, we see that you're also active in all the other shows around the world, but it's good to have you on board in Interpack, and it's a trusted and it's a wonderful relationship, I can say.
Thank you. So Thomas, we are coming to an end in our talk show. If you could leave a final message to the audience, to WPO members, and to the global packaging community, what is this final message?
Wow, to put it all in one sentence, that's tough to do, but let me put it in this way. We had 6 years without an Interpack, 6 years without the most important show for processing and packaging in the world. And so many things happened. Also, the innovations changed and the new products of the companies can be witnessed. And I can just say everybody who plays a role in this industry will be in Düsseldorf, and you simply can't miss our event. That's also the idea why we gave it the claim Simply Unique, to explain what Interpack is all about, because it is a simply unique experience. You will not find another show of this scale on the planet, and everyone's here from all the countries meeting. Imagine that we have more than 70% from abroad on the visitor side, and also exhibited, as I said, large groups from all around the world. So if you're not here, you miss something. Either if you're WPO member or not, if you're from the industry, you have to be at Interpack from May 4th to 10 here in Düsseldorf. And I'm really looking forward to seeing every one of you here.
I will certainly be there, and for sure WPO and its members. So Thomas, thank you very much for your time, for all the information you shared with us today. And we know it's just a teaser, and there is much more to be seen, to be experienced, and to expect from Interpack 2023. But one thing was very, very clear today, that packaging is the protagonist, not only of Interpack, but packaging is also the protagonist of many industries, many brand owners. It is not possible to think about innovation and efficiency of a product without thinking about packaging. And as we always say in WPO, packaging is an important part of the solution for important issues like innovation, safe food, food safety, and sustainability. And there is no better place this year in the world than Interpack to find all these solutions. So I invite you, all the audience, all WPO members, to visit Interpack this year and to join the global packaging community there. See you at Interpack, and thank you very much, Thomas and the audience, for your time today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone. See you in Düsseldorf. Thanks a lot.